All right, it's time for Living in the Kitchen, and if you love food, art, and just beauty, the Cummer Museum of Art and Gardens has an unforgettable evening planned for you. Palette and plate, and I like that palette's spelled like an art palette, right? Like that you put paint on, which I think is really cool. It's a new immersive dining experience brought to you by the museum. So here to tell us all about it is Brianna Sharp and Jennifer Ernest. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is really cool that we're going to be putting something together. First though, Brianna, tell us more about palette and plate before we kind of start the process here.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you mentioned, it is a brand new immersive kind of dinner experience that we're hosting at the Cummer that kicks off on Tuesday, October 14th.
Exciting.
That merges and combines visual and culinary arts. And so each dinner series, each menu created by our friends at Chef Garden will be inspired by a piece from our collection, our piece from an exhibition that's on display in the galleries.
Very cool. So will that, you guys will do this kind of on a regular basis and kind of change as the art changes?
We have 2 more planned, and we'll see where we go from there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell us about the dish you're sharing with us today.
So we're making ajitama deviled eggs, or I've made ajitama deviled eggs. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. So similar to a classic Southern deviled egg, we've added great Japanese influences to it.
Very cool.
When Brianna tells you about the art, it'll make sense.
Okay.
But really this is meant to sort of showcase fusion and where there is really more common than what we sometimes see at first glance. So with this Southern deviled egg, with this deviled egg, we've taken the traditional boiled egg and we put it in some soy, mirin, ginger, scallions, and we let these marinate overnight. And so it's best to kind of put some pressure on it and let it.
Because you want the whole thing in there.
So we're kind of recreating what feels like the egg that you see in ramen.
Oh yes, and the soups and the pho and all that.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you get this really pretty color. And then when we do our deviled eggs, one little trick we have is that most people cut your egg this direction. We cut it in half here.
Like a little cup.
Exactly. And then you just take a little tip off the bottom and it allows it to stand up nicely.
Smart, I like that.
And then you're gonna hollow it out and we're gonna use the traditional ingredients, a little mayo, a little mustard with the egg yolk, but we're also adding sesame. We've added in some, why can't I think? Some,
is this tahini or something?
No, it is.
Not tahini, but that's not it.
Miso.
Oh, miso.
Yeah,
okay,
a little bit of miso and a little bit of soy and sriracha to give it some richness of flavor. And then we just pipe it right in here. And if you use a star tip, it really helps as far as giving you like a prettier, I've piped a few, so I only have a little bit left, prettier presentation. And then you're gonna top it with lots of great items if you want to try. Up here, a little bit of pickled ginger.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Now, when you present this for the dinner, do they get to pick the toppings, or it's just kind of coming out in an array?
We typically present them with a little bit of everything. So we do a little bit of sesame, a little ginger, a little crispy ramen, and some green onions. So it gives you great presentation and color.
And we want a little crunch here too.
Yes.
All right, so as I take a bite, of course, because I don't want to eat with my mouth full, Brianna, tell us about the artwork that inspired this dish.
Absolutely. So the piece that I selected that inspires this dish, I know, right?
It's very unique.
It's called Venus Sutra, and it's by an artist named Sanford Biggers, and it's one of our newer acquisitions at the museum. And so Sanford Biggers has a masterful way of combining history and culture, and again, this fusion within his work in this new series. So this piece really weaves together the color, the rhythm, the rhyme, the history of African American quilt making with the Japanese influence of sculptural shape and those folded forms that you see in origami. And so you'll see with the video, you can kind of see all these 90-degree angles and these shapes and this depth that you would get with an origami piece.
That is so fun that you're using the art to inspire the meal. So what other things can we expect with this dish or the meal itself?
So that's what you're going to see a lot with the entire menu, is where we're taking Southern cuisine and Japanese cuisine and finding some of the commonalities in them. They're really all about soulful, humble foods, and so we're showing some of those connections there. And really what we want this dinner to do is create a place of shared space where we start having those conversations about where there really are more of these commonalities and where the food inspires artistic conversation and a sense of community.
I think that's so cool. So how do folks get tickets? And I imagine they'll probably go quick.
They are going quick. So if you go to the Cummer Museum website, it's cummermuseum.org. You can look on our event calendar and you'll see the tickets there. And again, this is for this Tuesday. So I'm really, really excited.
Yeah.
It's been a conversation that's been happening for a while. So that's this Tuesday at 6, and it's from 6 to 8.
Now, is there a dress code with this as well?
No,
Okay.
really come as you want. And what's
Awesome.
very cool about this dinner is that a lot of the dinner experiences we do at the museum are for larger groups. So we're really focusing on keeping this intimate.
That's nice.
There's only 20 tickets. You get to go
Oh,
into the
wow.
gallery and have Brianna talk about this piece of art, which the video is amazing, but in person,
Oh, I'm sure
it's just
exquisite.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, since I see one more over here that you finished, I'm going to go ahead and toss it to break and have this. This is such a, this is so good. I would have never thought to put this in soy sauce, so you
Yeah.
guys have to try this and all the little toppings. Thank you, ladies, so much
Yeah.
for joining us, and I can't wait to hear what the next one's going to be.
Great,
All
thank you.
right, and we'll be right back.